Bye-bye. Phone line, by the way, phone lines are open, 387-9326. You don't like that idea?
No.
The clothing idea is brilliant.
No, it isn't.
To see what you could put together.
I can just ask people to bring me an outfit down to the radio station tomorrow. A lot of people have some loud shirt or pants or something from the 60s or 70s that they don't want to wear, and they could just bring it down here instead of send me into a department store to go shopping. We'd just say, if you have some loud outfit that you think Gallagher ought to wear.
I'd like to see that.
Why?
Because you
well,
come
then, okay, bring in clothes for you.
Will you stop?
What if I
Don't
like
be
something?
difficult.
I'm not changing your life.
I'm bringing you
like
a shirt
something.
tomorrow, a Hawaiian shirt.
A Hawaiian? I like Hawaiian shirts.
Well, then,
you can search online and you can see a Tropic of Gallagher, and I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt in that show.
Caller, are you there? Caller.
No.
No, they hang up. They hung up.
I like how you did that. That was just like Phil Donahue.
What's that?
Caller, are you there?
Well, that's what you do, because half the time they aren't. 387-9326, phone lines are open.
I'm just going to see Oprah. I mentioned Donahue, but Oprah could make every idea I have occur. She's
could.
so
She's a
powerful.
wish granter.
I'll just go to her.
There's Buckeye Guy.
All right.
He'll be sitting next to you tomorrow.
Oh, God, there's going to be trouble. Is he big like that?
He's big.
So I'll have to move my chair back.
Don't. Oh, you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's show.
Is Ohio State eligible to be a national champion, or are they being punished?
Punished.
They're being punished.
Punished, yes.
That's a gray area where you're working, you're going into the games, but you can't get the credit for it. You see, that Americans are full of these gray areas. Like, is an alien a citizen? Should they be able to put their kids in our schools and use the emergency room? That's a gray area. In fact, the president is kind of a gray area. He's kind of a black guy and kind of a white guy. He's a latte is what he is. He's got some whole milk in there. He's just, what?
You should go to the Salvation Army and the Goodwill.
Yeah, but I don't want a new outfit. I retired. What made you...
I don't want you to dance like a monkey. I just want you to come in tomorrow morning and have...
For the video?
For the video. Look Gallagher-esque. Wear your hat.
Today I'm wearing my Superman shirt.
You haven't even... Yeah, you need something...
Now you're acting like a career manager.
No, I don't want you to work again.
Okay.
I just want you to be on video. It's very visual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll just take my clothes off.
No, don't take your... No,
That'll go viral.
What do you think that guy's going to think of you taking your clothes off?
I'm going to take my shirt off right now.
No, leave your shirt on.
No,
please, leave your... Oh, Jesus.
Now.
We've got a cancer patient coming in here.
They're used to this then.
Good Lord, you just took your shirt off.
Why do they call that outfit they put you in a gown? It's the farthest thing from a gown. They'll say, put this gown on, and it's open in the back and your butt's hanging out, and they're calling it a gown. I'm telling you, it's just such a lie.
Now, what? You didn't take much for you to take your shirt off there.
Well, it's visually interesting. It makes a picture. Aren't you going to post this on the internet?
I am, but...
Well, this is a funny part of the show.
It's not good for me right now. You don't have a shirt in the studio on.
But it looks good on camera.
In your opinion?
Well, it's different. It's comedy. See, I found what would make you uncomfortable, and I did it.
I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just confused.
You're the biggest bag of whining I ever heard.
Okay, I was going to ask your opinion on something, and I am because we have 3 minutes, but it's hard to talk to a shirtless man.
Why?
Because why would you be sitting here shirtless?
You have latent homosexual
tendencies. Here we go.
Well, why would you be uncomfortable with my shirt off? Guys aren't. If we're working outside, especially today in this heat, they're going to take their shirt off.
We're not working outside.
Not right now, but we could pretend.
Anyway.
Okay, now you only have 2 minutes.
I'm going to give you since you have come into town, there has been a guy who has went on a rampage on YouTube, on Facebook, on the station's Facebook page, just running me into the ground. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. I've never met him. Yeah. I've never talked to him. I don't know what the issue is. Yeah. But ever since you came into town, all of a sudden he's got a bone to pick. Yeah. Should I invite him on?
No.
Well, what is his problem?
I don't know, but you mentioned bone.
How would you deal with... Oh, stop it. How would you deal with that? How would you deal with that?
I wouldn't. He's gotten to you. Forget about
No,
it.
he hasn't gotten to me.
Well, you're whining about it.
I'm
and
not
upset.
whining.
That's what he wanted. He wanted to be a part of your life.
This is why Chevy Chase doesn't like you.
He's just another person with an opinion, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you go to the length after somebody has banned you once to try another route? They ban you again, you try another route. What is somebody you've never met?
I know. We need a restraining order.
It's ridiculous. I'm afraid he's going to show up at the house or something.
Now you have fear. See?
Now fear I'll have.
Oh, you did?
Well, sure.
Don't
You
give
never
him
know.
Don't give him the satisfaction of.
Did you ever have a stalker?
No, it's just a stupid comedian. Nobody stalks that. You'd have to be a handsome actor.
Letterman, that woman used to break into his house all the time.
For Letterman, can you believe it? He hasn't got one drop of sexual to him at all.
Were you ever on Letterman?
I was on one time, and I know him from the very, very, very beginning when he wasn't anybody at all.
What happened?
In a tiny little club out in Los Angeles. There would just be me and him, and as a matter of fact, a gay singing act called The Junkman and the Carpenter, and both of us were working at this lesbian bar because Murray Langston, who later became the Unknown Comedian, he bought this bar for comedians, and I called him for my first show when I was 30 and heading out to start my act. I guess that's 35 years ago, Murray. And David was there. He's known me from the first day I wanted to be a comedian, and you'd think that after you become powerful in somebody, you'd help out your friends.
You never had your show back.
Well, the show ain't about helping people. You know, it's about actors that are going to be in a movie this weekend.
Well, what was your experience the one time you were on?
Well, he didn't like that I took my shirt off.
I can believe it.
Because I sweat, and I didn't want to have sweat on my shirt when I was on TV, so the best way to keep that from happening is don't put your shirt on till right before you go out. But then I heard that he did mention that, because I was running around with my shirt off. But I'm a country boy, and even if I'm in New York City in the Madison, one Rockefeller Center, wherever he was, I'll take my shirt off, you know, because I sweat. In fact, you can look at some of my videos, and I've got, you know, I've sweated in my T-shirt.
Okay.
I don't really like it.
Well, I bet it not. Final question: what was Johnny Carson like?
Well, he didn't like me to talk to him any more than Kenny Rogers, and you'd learn that after a while. He didn't like.
But he liked you. He had you back.
I could only be on if there was a guest host, which means Johnny wasn't there. So how about that? I guess it's still better than David. At least I could be on the show. Joan Rivers liked me. She'd have me on. And Kenny, when he was a guest host, he'd have me on. I've got all of those videotapes. I've got every time I was on The Tonight Show and on Alan Hamill. You don't even know who he is.
No, I don't know about Alan Hamill.
Alan Hamill had a show in Vancouver, and Alan Thicke was his producer.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's how I met Alan Thicke. And Alan had a stupid game show in Vancouver, Canada. And then Alan Hamill married Suzanne Summers.
Oh, yes, I do know Alan Hamill.
Yeah,
then.
well, I've got a lot of videos of me appearing on his show.
What about Joan Rivers? You got her number?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because I don't know. You know, I lose phones too, and then I lose that whole contact list once I lose my phone. I've lost my phone a lot.
Well, you know, we're going to break because we have a guest coming up. You're going to put your shirt back on before he comes in.
I don't know. I might want an IV.
An IV?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as you get sick, they put something in your vein in case they might want to dump some chemical in there.
Well, he's arrived. We're going to go to commercial break, and we're going to come back on the other side.
He's
Today's
wearing
weather
two
is
shirts.
brought to you by Will.